like the lights, the crystals.
Thought I was coming in for an interview for a second. Like a job interview. I was like, oh shit. Do I need to bring my resume or something?
I really like that triangle in the back.
The crystal.
It's icy.
I'm a very spiritual guy.
Hey, that's cool though. Gotta believe in something.
Alright. So, I'm going to record right here.
Should I hit?
And we're off.
Can you see me clearly on it?
Yeah.
Solid?
Got the suit jacket on. We're ready to go.
Oh yeah, here we go, guys. JOJ episode 31.
31 of them.
31 of them, and grateful to have you here, David.
Appreciate it, brother.
Ahmed, of course.
Of course.
Got the vibes. Y'all bamboozled me. So I had to throw on the jean jacket, but next time
Caught you by
I'll be
surprise.
looking fresh. Yeah. How was y'all's day today?
It was amazing. It's Friday, beautiful day. The storm. We had a bad storm last night. Moved. It didn't hit me it avoided us. But the next day was beautiful. Friday. It was very beautiful. Perfect weather. It was just like paradise, you know.
Paradise.
That's how life works, man.
Yeah.
You have a rainy day, and then the next day
It
sunny.
cleans up nice.
Because you can't really appreciate the sunny days without the rainy ones.
That's really true, actually.
That's life, man.
How was your day, Jack?
My day was good. So basically today I went, got a workout in the morning. Then I drove to Pottsboro. Do y'all know where that is?
Is it in Texas?
Mm-hmm. It's next to Lake Texoma. Looked at a historical site, actually. It had this motel on it. And
Why are you laughing, dude?
motel, it has a fucking...
Oh, this is where you did your appraisal.
Yeah, I went out here, measured, looked at this place. I got a liquor store.
Like a scary motel.
Shout out to Fink Motel.
I think a couple people have died in there, probably.
They should come let us do it.
I want to get a priest in there, Jack.
They should come let us do a podcast over there.
I bet they would. She was telling me to come to the festival, the Fink
Okay.
Festival.
Oh,
The what festival?
It's called
Fink.
the Fink Festival.
Where they get finky.
Okay. Tell me more. Fink. What is a fink?
every June. So Fink was it used to be a little town right here,
Okay.
and they haven't changed anything. And you're not actually allowed to do any changes if it's a historical designated place. But they used to do, they do it every summer. They do a festival with music, food. It's like a big party.
It's like
I'm in. I'm
like
definitely in.
It's not like Coachella type, but it's like kind of like below Coachella, right?
Pottsboro,
That's
Texas.
what it sounds like.
Yeah, man, it was like 2 hours away. So I went there and drove right back, did a little work, and now I'm here. Life's good, man. I just have no complaints. And I actually love, like, when things get rough, that's when, like, I actually feel like I'm, like, doing something good. Like, when there's that friction in life.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And, yeah, clip that out.
Yeah.
Talking in clips today.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
there you
Friday. It's Friday. Let me talk my shit. Huh?
I'm going to tee you up later. Don't worry.
Well, let's start it off right, fellas. Cheers, Jack. I know you're drinking
My
water.
boy Dave.
Ahmed, Red Bull.
Yes, sir.
And I'm the only alcoholic here, so.
We ain't sponsored by Red Bull.
Modelo. That's
Bro,
who we're going to be
I
sponsored
love
by.
your shirt. I love your shirt, bro.
It's the right one, right? Pick the right one to...
I was thinking about this. I was gonna tell Jack, like, I think this is like a great idea for like a podcast name, or like a segment of the podcast. Like, hey, it's happy hour.
Happy hour.
It's like happy hour is the fucking best.
That would be a good little name, huh?
And it can be any hour in the day,
Yeah. Yeah. Always happy hour.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I don't judge. People wake up 8 a.m., get blackout.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
care.
I'm good on that one. I don't know if I like that feeling.
Just fun. Dude, I had so in college, I was friends, and I was in the student-run business class with this guy from Argentina. And we had to wake up. It was like a Saturday morning. We had to do this, like, table thing where we were trying to sell stuff. Actually, this, like, hologram thing right there.
Yeah.
We were selling those. And it was like really early in the morning. It was raining and stuff. And he was like, yo, I spiked my coffee this morning.
Jesus.
I was like, wait, what do you mean? What'd you do? He's like, I just put some tequila in the coffee.
Yeah.
It's like,
a crazy guy.
There's people that do that though.
The-
That
the-
start off their morning with a little drink.
The Rock
Well-
does that. The Rock does like he hits the gym early in the morning and he always like spikes his drinks when
Well,
he's
if The
working
Rock
out.
does it, I got to do it now, I guess.
The Rock is a savage.
Hell yeah. Well, people, have you ever had an espresso martini?
Yeah,
I have.
ladies love him.
Yeah,
Crack.
Ladies
Crack.
do love
I like him.
I like him.
I don't like them, man.
Well, I like him because the ladies love him. You know what I'm saying?
I like it because,
No,
think
but-
about it. It's a alcoholic beverage, but it's
Yeah.
also waking you up at the same
Coffee.
time.
I feel you on that. I've
So
had
it's kind of like I don't know.
No, I like the coffee because
it's
I'm
like
not,
upper and a
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
same time.
There you go.
I'm not necessarily a coffee drinker, but like something like that is like where I'll just love coffee and like love to try coffee with some liquor or whatever.
Have you had Irish coffee?
Nah,
That stuff's good.
Irish coffee.
you been to Black Rifle Coffee?
Yeah, they have one just right down the road.
Yeah,
I've been there a couple times.
I seen that. They have like a
Paid my respects.
yeah.
For all the veterans out there doing your
Real
doing your-
shit.
yeah.
Their coffee's expensive though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
So Jack, tell me, how'd you get started in this whole podcast thing many years ago? I know you've been doing it for a while, right?
Yeah, since 2018 was my first one. I'll actually pull up the my account, but I started off, man, in high school. I listened to Joe Rogan.
Okay.
I stumbled across, literally, I don't even know how it happened. It was like divine intervention or something, where I stumbled across one of his podcasts. He was talking about, Hillary Clinton, Benghazi, she fucking killed people. I was like, bro, I'm like, I wasn't exposed to really anything like growing up, like crazy, like conspiracy stuff. And so I felt like I was like listening to like pirate radio or something. It was just so
It's like the aliens were invading. Like
they were, man. And so I just listened to him for like fucking.
it woke you up.
It woke me up really, and I'm glad I did. But
Yeah, that's when it started your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakening.
absolutely, because he's such an. Y'all have probably listened. Everyone's listened.
Yeah.
He's the most popular podcast in the world.
For sure.
He's-
Hands down.
I used to watch him so much back in the day in his prime before he got a Spotify deal. Like that's when I would watch him heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Joe Rogan was one of the first. I mean, I think he was one of the first people for everybody, honestly.
He was
So-
like one or two because there's this guy, Adam Curry, and Joe Rogan's had him on before. He is like conspiracy
Bro,
crazy dude. He's a fun listen though. He has a podcast called No Agenda,
Okay.
and they basically like cover the news, but they do it from like they're not getting paid by anyone. It's like all the listeners support the show, and it's badass. Like they'd watch like MSNBC, they'd watch CNN, Fox, and then they'd just like break them down, laugh about it. Yeah, first episode October 2018.
Okay. Been doing this for a while. Billy
Mayo.
yeah. We went to high school with him.
Oh yeah, he was my roommate in college and great guy. So started then, and then like I was telling you earlier, it was like I got kind of the ball rolling. I probably did like 20 episodes, 25 episodes, and then life happens, man. Things came up, and I wasn't as consistent and motivated as I am today.
No, you went to the other like the duality, the other side of Jack
Yeah, I
That-
had to focus more, and
that created the Jack that we see now, like the reincarnated Jack.
The reincarnated
Yeah.
Jack. I like that.
That's basically what
that's so
happened.
true, man.
Yeah.
I had to die. I had to get I had
Sounds
to
like you did some
rebirth.
acid or some ayahuasca or something, Jack.
That's for the after show.
Okay.
That's for the Patreon.
I'll bring that up later.
Patreon members.
But I love podcasts, man. And I was told this story before, but I started it too because I wanted to become a better communicator, because, I had public speaking classes. I had one in high school. And y'all know about, what was it called? Show choir? Or what was that class in high school that was like?
Miss Fratto.
Public speaking, right?
Y'all took that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't take that one. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I was like straight up afraid of that.
You're
class,
nervous.
bro. I was like,
Fuck.
keep me away from that shit. I don't want to get up there.
That's crazy.
And I always like knew that was a weakness about myself,
Mm.
and I had to evaluate myself. And this was a way where I can,
Damn.
kind of.
Well, I'll tell you right now, man.
Work
You can't
on
even
it.
tell that you
Thanks,
ever
bro.
thought like that, for sure. No, I'm serious.
Hey man,
I was nervous coming up here. I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
how am I
yeah.
going to look? How am I going to talk?
It's a risk,
Looking good.
and I love that people are fucking taking the risk and actually coming down here because it
Yeah,
could be
man.
the smallest thing that like you said that thing in your life that you know it's there, it makes you feel uncomfortable. But like Jack, what you did, you walked towards it, like you ran towards it, and you kind of went to the unknown, or kind of, that's what you need to do. Like face your fears, like
For sure.
go at them.
Absolutely, man.
That's
And
it.
there's still, fears that I have and things that I need to conquer in my life. Like one of my biggest fears is like failing, One of my biggest fears is just like not reaching my potential.
Oof.
And it's like,
What's your biggest fear, Dave?
Reaching my potential, I'd say, is definitely a good one. I think everyone has potential, right? I just think it takes a lot to bring that out of someone. It takes a certain situation in life, takes a certain fear that you have, I think it's just reaching my potential. I think I have a lot of potential. I just don't always try,
You don't always show up.
I don't always show up for myself, and that's who I should be showing up for. But reaching my potential. What about yours, Omid?
Biggest fear in life? That's a very good question.
can't take mine.
I already took it, dude. I already took it.
There's only 2 available.
Yeah, biggest fear in life. Me not stepping up to the challenge and I guess reaching your full potential obviously haunts me at night. I want my family to be good, and my biggest fear would probably be like not wanting it as bad as you say you want it. Like that's one of mine. But yeah, fear. Shit, I don't even know. Fear God. God is the only one I should fear.
There you go.
Fear God. Like
It's funny that you said that, Jack, though, how you said like public speaking or being a good communicator is what you wanted to do. I think in high school I was a better communicator, and now that I've gone out of high school, it's like I've almost became a shy person. Even though I've never really been a shy person.
Yeah, you've never been that way.
But that's the thing. I like out of high school, I'm like, man, what's this person gonna think of me? Like what do people think of me when they see me? I just started to think about that a lot more. But I think coming to the podcast is kind of
breaking that ice.
Yeah.
Breaking that ice.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, so the video stopped recording.
Oh, God, Jack. Come on, man.
That's okay.
Jamie, get us a Jamie.
Jamie.
Young Jamie, get us right.
We need a Jamie in here.
No, we got a Jamie. We got a Jay.
We got a Lex Friedman, Jamie, Joe Rogan, all in one.
That's a nice compliment, man.
Dave's over here ripping the vape ski like there's no tomorrow, eh?
Hey, man. I'm a little nervous. I can't lie.
Okay.
See? This guy's prepared. Oh, right here.
Jack's a sniper.
Jack's a shooter. JJ Redick over here.
Honestly,
Kyle
bro, it's
Korver.
like I keep dishing it to Jack. Jack's like fucking 11 for 13 on threes. Like I don't know why I said 11 for 13, but it's like,
No, he's 13 for 13. Get it right. There you go.
yeah, he's up there. He's like Damian Lillard. The other night,
Oh, dude, he's a
71.
beast, bro. I saw him
God.
play in person one time, and you can tell. Like, there's certain people you can just tell they're the head honcho. You know,
He's a dog. He's got it in him. He's got it in him for
and
sure.
He was just like.
There's no. Yeah.
And then I watched a video yesterday of him playing Kobe when he was a rookie, and they were playing in Portland.
Oh, I got to watch that video.
And the Lakers ended up squeezing it out at the end, but Dame was not afraid of anyone.
He's a rookie. So he's a
young
young
cat.
guy. Yeah.
He's like a young
rookie
cat.
of the year, and fuck, he was so good. And I mean, he's 71 points the other night. He's a badass. And,
71.
bro, he scored 71 the other night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like Kobe's the
Effortless.
threshold, right? Everybody's still below Kobe, and then there's Wilt, right? I think.
You mean MJ? Or you mean
We're
Wilt?
talking greatest of all
Wilt.
time.
Wilt, I'm talking scoring points,
Oh, yeah,
most
yeah.
points in the game.
He scored 100.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did Kobe score? 81?
81.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, and
Dame.
Damian Lillard, they just dropped 70. That's the closest they got.
Wow.
But Kobe still's up there, but
Donovan Mitchell scored 70?
yeah,
Wow.
on the Cavs. But I feel like the
He's
way that
cold.
the trend that the NBA is going, because like they're scoring so many points like crazy now. Like the teams are scoring so much more. It's like somebody's gonna break Kobe's record within the next like year for sure.
Yeah, dude. The I think it was the Clippers, Sacramento Kings. It was like one of the highest scoring games ever. It was like 175 to 173.
I saw that.
Isn't
I
that
saw that.
crazy?
And you know, most of the points were scored in like the 4 quarters because I saw it went to overtime and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
that's why it went, but I was like, nah, I saw the stats and it was all in 4 quarters.
It was after too. It was right after the All-Star break, and so De'Aaron Fox was not selected as an All-Star. And so I noticed these things like
You got a chip on the shoulder.
chip on your
He had to
shoulder,
prove
man.
something.
Huh.
And I think he's from Texas.
He started talking his shit too after the game.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Hopefully the NBA, they're getting more competitive. Playoff time's coming.
The NBA is a great league because it kind of lets them talk their shit and kind of lets them test the boundaries.
Bro, my biggest, I always had this idea, if I was the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, all right, we're going to have, a uncensored NBA.
Let's do it.
Mic them up. I want to hear
everyone.
I want to hear the shit talk, bro. Let the adults listen, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be like a fucking reality TV show.
That's a really good idea, though.
Be.
Yeah.
Bro, the market
creates so much.
Yeah, the market, the demand, the market cap would go up. market cap would go up by 20% if they started doing that.
The issue though is that they have so much corporate sponsorship they can't really.
Yeah, you can't talk that shit. You can't say shit about Jews or.
Well,
you think NBA players are gonna be talking shit about Jews?
Kyrie?
Yeah, that's true. Did he really talk shit though?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, right. I mean, he just posted a movie that he liked. Give the guy a break.
Yeah, it was Alex Jones' movie.
Okay.
Kyrie, we stand with you. I'm kidding.
No, I love Kyrie.
I love Kyrie too.
I love
He's one of my
Kyrie.
favorite players.
Kyrie's in Dallas now, so Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was trying to get at Jamie for this podcast.
We have a Jamie.
I know. I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get that tatted too.
Jack of all trades.
I want to get a sleeve. I want to get maybe up here. I don't know.
Do you have any tattoos?
I have. I got two. One on my back, or they're both on my back. One on my spine. We did tattoo talk last episode. Let me show
Sunday. You said you want to have an assistant here for the pods.
Mm-hmm.
What you thinking? I feel like that's a great idea.
Well, my cousin, I was asking my little cousin. He's like, where's this guy? Sorry, I can't multitask.
We going recruiting.
Got to put the family on. I like that.
Dude, where is
I feel
he?
Dave can bring a lot to the table as well.
Yeah, you think so?
I know so.
Oh, my guy. Oh boy, he's opening the beer. Don't unleash the beast.
No, it's not him.
But yeah, beautiful Friday. Glad the boys are here.
No, thanks for the invite, Jack. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for wanting to do it, man.
No, for sure. I saw I guess the first podcast I really saw was with you and Ahmed. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is great.
Yeah, I feel like the potential is just going to keep going, and
you're only going to get better, You keep
Mm-hmm.
on doing it, consistency with anything, you're only going to get better.
yeah,
For sure.
What are some suggestions
What about what?
about how we can improve the pod?
have some constructive criticism.
Dude, I'm not the guy to ask. No, I mean,
You watch a lot of pods though.
I do. I live my life by podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, what do you like the most about?
What resonates with you that did you like about the pod that you like?
Dude, putting a smile on my face, making me laugh. If you can make me laugh in the middle of
My day.
5 o'clock traffic, I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing for me is I just like putting a smile on my face when it's the shittiest time of the day, I feel like that's
It gets people through the day. If you're on the
Exactly.
highway, in that
Exactly.
traffic, sitting there, bumper to bumper, bro.
sitting at the red light, thinking God hates me because I'm at this red light, make me laugh. I'll probably think a little better about myself.
Yeah.
Comedy is something that I got a little dry humor, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
We can get better. I know Ahmed's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
He likes to be serious though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Dave about this on the phone because I feel like if we find our middle ground of informational pod and at the same time genuinely trying to resonate with somebody, making them laugh, just give them genuine laughter in the day,
Yeah, if you can find the perfect
if
balance,
we could find that middle
that's-
piece, I feel
there you
that's just something I would. That's me, essence, I don't know how to say this shit, but
I feel you
it's
though.
who I am. It's what we do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Sure.
And we'll get more comfortable, and then the energy will be good. But I was saying that the Jamie I was gonna get for the podcast, my little cousin Parker, he's one of the smartest dudes I know. But it was a hard sell. He did one podcast where he was he had the headphones on, he was monitoring the audio, and really what it's good for, and this is where I was struggling.
What are you about to say?
The thing that you need someone, and I might end up having to do this myself, is you'll have this piece of equipment where I'm talking right now, I'd flip the camera and it'd be just my whole face on the recording, and then when you start talking, you click the camera too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've definitely
Because
seen that
when
on
you
Joe
watch-
Rogan, yeah.
Because right now I'm having shrink everyone's faces
Yeah,
and put
yeah.
them in there, and
Manually, right?
yeah, and so that would be what like
More efficient.
an intern would do.
Yeah.
Be like the monitoring the audio, pulling up stuff, so we could just be locked in.
Well, Parker, if you're listening, get your ass over here. Come on.
Come on, Parker.
Let's do
It'll
it,
be a
buddy.
good resume builder. You know
Let's
that.
go, baby.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, it's gonna get better as we go, and it's just fun too. It's fun to do. I love creating stuff. I love the Photoshop stuff, and
That's the
me show you
underground, like that's the diamond in the rough right there. I feel like
let me show y'all the graphic I created for the last one with Cat.
one thing I like about working with you, Jack, is that you kind of bring life, like you bring ideas to life, because like I feel like I have a lot of crazy ideas, and with you, bro, so far it's just been like bringing everything to life and like real quick.
Thanks, bro.
And I like that. Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
Kind of like a horror movie.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Shout out
Damn.
Cat Soto.
Yeah. But I appreciate you saying that, because that's something that it's like a yin and yang thing where both y'all are Aries, and that's like you have all these ideas. You're like really fiery about these things and a bunch of ideas. I'm like more practical, and I'll take a longer time to do something, but I think about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
the quality is good.
And so that was something that, it's like a good mesh and
Dynamic.
man. Very
No, I
dynamic.
definitely have a lot of ideas that I never followed through with. But you can ask Ahmed. I mean, we've been friends since.
Yeah,
How
that's
long?
the thing. Like, it just makes me want to be around people who can help bring my ideas to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not helping me bring my ideas to life, and vice versa, right? If we both have like a dream or mission, it's like I'm kind of wasting my time. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I just feel empowered, and I show up at my best when I'm able to bring life to the party and do the magic of, going from 0 to 1, or whatever it is.
Jon Jones was talking about how he was like, I just had to show up every day, and I got a new group of training partners,
Yeah.
and they're holding me accountable, and I just had to show up.
Yeah.
And so that reminded me of that.
He also said one thing. He was like surrounding himself around like certain men,
Yep.
Because I don't know if you know too much about Jon Jones, but he used
He's
to be
fighting this weekend, by the way.
By the way, if you didn't know,
Dave, the promoter here.
Dave the promoter.
Yeah.
He because I don't know if you know, he used to be a crazy partier.
Yeah,
Got,
oh, yeah.
got in a lot of trouble, and I think this fight he was mentioning how like he surrounded himself around a different group of men that really helped him.
It's like
And I was like, that's so true. Surround yourself, which our parents have been telling us since how old.
Right.
Surround yourself around people you want to
Yeah.
be like, but
Exactly,
Yeah.
man.
your environment definitely creates you.
for sure.
But going back to that, I feel like it's so important to have good people in your corner, and I feel like McGregor didn't have good people in his corner for like the past like couple years. I feel like they've too much on the party side, right? Kind of like what Jon Jones was doing. And on the other hand, we saw Khabib, like, bro, he had straight soldiers and like beasts in
Hell
his
yeah.
corner, bro. Like his camp compared to McGregor's camp, like their essence were just it's different. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They come from Dagestan, Russia, the mountains.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
like nothing up there, and they're all very religious men. They follow Islam, and they were following their father too, who was teaching them all. And there's some really good content, their camps, and
Good stories.
yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because there's this one channel on YouTube called Anatomy of a Fighter.
I've seen it. Yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
And so one of their most popular videos is that fight between Khabib and Conor.
Mm.
And it detailed, like, they did an episode each day before the fight. And it was like a UFC embedded, but this guy was doing it. And you can just see, like, the dynamic, the change. Like, Conor is, like, he had a crazy rise to fame, double champ.
Oh yeah.
And then Khabib is, like, puts his head down. And one of the things about Islam is you're not supposed to, the ego's, you need to calm that down, and it's all for God, and
Yeah.
you can really tell that with him.
It's important.
Man, McGregor though is like
Legend.
legend.
He definitely paved the way, bro. If you charted that shit like on like a chart, like McGregor fucking skyrocketed, and he's still so hot. His stock price is still so high that even these guys they can't catch up. Like
He
he
just
moonshot
did the one thing that no other UFC fighter was doing, and it was
Talking
talked a lot
shit.
of shit.
and backing it up.
That's what
and
everyone wants to see. They just want
Yeah.
to see a crazy guy and talk shit and knock some people's head off. That's all they
And
want to
having
see.
that and having that swag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. He was the first person to
Yeah.
wear like suits to a press conference.
right.
They were all, they're all dressing in sweats.
He
and
changed the
this
game.
guy shows up in a tuxedo suit.
He did so much for
So
the
true.
UFC. He did so much for the UFC. Like, he put it on his back, basically.
Yeah, Dana, I mean, gives him any fight he wants, gets a layoff. And
Yeah.
so now he's doing the Ultimate Fighter show.
Mhm.
And we'll be interested to see. I don't know if y'all have ever watched
If he
that.
could come back and get a win.
I've watched it since I was like 8 years old. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I love it too, man.
Yeah.
I watched.
When it was on Spike. He used to be on Spike.
Okay.
You remember that channel, Spike?
When Joe
Yeah,
Rogan
bro,
was on
yes.
Spike, huh?
Joe Rogan's on Spike too.
They had like 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
Yeah, dude, that
They
show
need
needs to
bring
come
it-
back.
Yeah,
That show
they
was
need to bring
good,
about that
man.
hardcore shit. What we got nowadays? Some bullshit.
But I don't know. Do y'all think McGregor's done though? Do you think he's over the hill?
I think he needs to win a fight because he hasn't won a fight since Obama was last president. So realistically,
Damn.
statistically, he needs to get a win, or like it was just a moonshot and then just sell off.
I mean, either way,
Respectfully.
people are gonna tune into that guy.
But
you know,
I
whether
love
he's
his.
boxing,
Yeah,
whether he's doing MMA, people want to watch the guy. People they like watching the guy talk.
yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Because it's his image, it's his persona, his
he's
swagger,
a brand. He's a brand. at
his
this point.
confidence.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
confident people, bro. Like, and like seeing McGregor just talk his shit,
Yeah.
and then back it up and like do it in a fashion, bro. That's the essence.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, like I like Khabib more because what he did was he didn't talk shit
Yeah.
and he manhandled McGregor.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
was
And then he went a little too far, jumped out of the ring, tried to fight Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about it. If a guy talks about your dad, talks about your religion, talks about your family,
That's
after
a
you-
part of Islam.
Yeah.
It's called jihad, where you're supposed to defend yourself, but not in excess. But
Mhm.
I mean, he apologized, but that was crazy. Did y'all watch that live?
Yeah, live.
That was insane. That whole fight, and then when he jumped over the ring, it was like, oh my god.
I mean, he probably like built that, like it was
Bro.
just all built up in him, and after he was just going.
It's
crazy,
not even.
You're only
probably.
human.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like the whole build up to the fight, the pre-fight, the fight, the post-fight. It was like, bro, never gonna happen again. He threw a fucking chair through the bus
Yes.
and went to jail.
Yep.
Got locked up.
Not even that. He
And then
took a
he-
private jet with like 15 of his friends just to do that.
Drunky.
Crazy.
Y'all hear about the story about Hamzat Chimaev?
Oh, he's crazy.
He's awesome.
He
I
might
like
be
him.
goated.
I like
Yeah.
the guy.
He's a killer.
You watch a lot of UFC, Jack?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite sport.
That's like, I can watch basketball, I can watch football, but like there's nothing that keeps me more glued to the TV than like two dudes beating the shit out of each other.
I know,
I don't
right?
know why. I don't know why. Maybe I'm crazy. But.
Are
Going to
you
war.
are you into the power slap?
So I haven't actually watched it. I've seen clips on Instagram. That shit's crazy. Like just letting some dude just hit you
It is crazy.
with your hands behind your back.
It's almost
a little
like
wild.
they're crossing the line a little bit.
Yeah, a little
Because
bit.
it's not. I definitely don't think it's as entertaining as the UFC.
Yeah, no action.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, there's action. There's action.
I haven't seen it, to be honest. I haven't seen
I
it,
just
to
don't
be
know if
honest.
everyone wants to watch it like they want to watch.
Yeah.
You can't
UFC.
defend yourself. You're just like getting up there and then someone's smacking the shit out of you.
Fuck.
I don't think it's as like gruesome as people make it seem like,
But it's just straight
Wow.
headshots.
People get slapped.
It's just-
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucked. That's the bad thing about it. Like you talking all that shit. You got football players getting hit in the head. This is like fucking kind of worse than that. No.
People get slapped
It's
every
bad.
day. Fuck it.
But Jon Jones coming back. So I wanted to make a point about steroids in the UFC. So Conor McGregor is one of Dana White's favorite fighters, right?
For sure.
Think about it. He's brought the UFC so much revenue. Okay.
Love
You got
So-
that Dana White privilege.
Got that leverage.
As
Tony Ferguson.
Tony
yeah.
Ferguson said, yeah, Dana
Hell
White
yeah.
privilege.
It's a UFC podcast.
Yeah. We're turning into MMA podcast
Yeah,
now.
that's a good idea.
But what I was saying though is Conor, brought all this money to the UFC and then he breaks his ankle, right? And so I'm not 100% sure on this, but there's probably a clause in the UFC rules where you're injured, you're out of the fight pool, you're not being tested by USADA. You're not being tested for steroids, for performance enhancing drugs. And so Conor McGregor, did you see all those pictures of him?
Oh, yeah. He's definitely on that
Like
shit.
190
yeah.
pounds, like
yeah.
ripe, looks like a fucking
Yeah,
tomato.
and let's be honest. Those steroids will help his body heal to its potential.
I mean, you see
100%.
his neck? You see his
100%.
fucking neck?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
He's like getting pissed, like punching old men.
I don't know if you know who Joey Diaz is, but I mean, of course you know Joe. If you watch Joe Rogan, you know who Joey Diaz is. But he was saying something about Brock Lesnar. He's like, he's giving you shit that makes your neck grow. Like, he's taking shit that makes your neck grow.
That's when you know.
Yeah, that's when you know. If you see someone whose neck is a little bigger than the last time you saw them, they're on that shit.
Damn.
Don't mess with them.
I mean, I be hitting shoulders a lot at the gym. I feel like shoulders and chest for me is probably the most important. But yeah, like it'll get your shoulders like fucking Brock Lesnar. Don't mean you take roids. I don't take roids.
Sure.
Shoulders are good to hit. Speaking of all this like fitness stuff, I'm gonna have Nick Height on the podcast. He's doing fitness stuff. He went to Martin.
Yeah.
He's a personal trainer.
I know who he is.
Bro, he's fucking strong as shit. Some of this Instagram stuff he's posting, he's like squatting like fucking 3 plates, doing
That's
like
crazy.
split squats with that weight. It's insane.
He does have a good physique. He used to play like football or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a good physique.
He's a little younger than us, right?
Yeah.
He could probably dunk. I feel like he could dunk.
Probably.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter, Jack?
Ooh,
I know you mentioned Khabib. Is he one of your
question.
favorites or?
I'm gonna be right back. Go.
He's one of my favorites.
Bring me a beer.
I like Islam a lot. Volkanovski.
Volkanovski's a beast.
Very, very much so.
How do you feel about Nate Diaz?
Not a fan.
Not a fan of Nate
no,
Diaz?
I'm
Come
not that
on.
type of.
You're not that type of guy.
I'll
yeah.
watch, but like, I'm not too big on him.
I just like watch people talking shit. That's and then they back it up. I'm just like, oh, that guy's a badass.
I like Colby Covington for that reason.
Okay.
Him and Kamaru when they fought.
Yeah.
And all the shit talk.
Those
before.
are some good fights though. I think they fought twice. Those are some really good fights.
Very good fights. Kamaru was just a little bit better. You know?
Well, I mean, Kamaru ended up getting knocked out in the 5th round. I bet $100 on that fight on Kamaru, and I was like, "Oh, I won!" And then all of a sudden he gets knocked out with the head kick. I'm like, "Jesus Christ!"
I bet you were down bad. You were.
I mean, he deserved it. I was like, "All right, what can you do?"
That was a crazy fight too. I mean, he was losing the whole fight.
Yeah,
Leon
he was losing the whole fight. Yeah, all 4 rounds, and then
bro, I feel like I'm regurgitating Joe Rogan, but it was like, you remember the corner that was talking to Leon? But
they have clips of that. Yeah.
Goosebumps, bro.
His coach was like, "Come on, man, come on," in his accent.
Come on, Leon.
Yeah.
Some shit.
That shit was awesome.
I love that shit.
It was like a movie.
Refrigerator. Down the way. Yeah. Last door on the right. Favorite fighter though? Damn, I'm kind of like. Let me look at the rankings. Let me see.
I mean, it can be now, present, past.
Oh my goodness, Yair Rodriguez.
You like him?
Yeah, he's probably my favorite.
Okay. I've seen a couple of his fights. I think he's from Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a couple of his fights.
He's gonna fight Volkanovski, but
I thought Volkanovski was gonna have a rematch.
Shout out Benil Dariush. That man is Iranian.
He's badass too, man.
Let's go.
He's scary.
Drives a Tesla.
I like this guy right here,
Well.
Brandon. What's his name? Brandon Marino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one interview after the fight where he lost, and he was like, "Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I will be champion one day." I was like, "Ooh, that one."
Honestly, guys, like I was thinking about it, and bro, I've never been in a fight, but I was like, I respect and I envy like the fighters so much because, like, you see like that type of thing. It's just like you get to put yourself out there and test yourself, and I think that's such a valuable thing to do. But I mean, these guys, how much do you get paid to do?
Oh,
just depends on which fighter you are. I mean, I don't know.
They
the
don't get
exact
paid
amounts.
as much as they should.
I mean, if you're like Volkanovski, if you're a champion, you're getting paid a lot. If you're Khabib, you're getting paid a lot.
And brand deals.
But then if you're like on the come up, like you're a UFC fighter who look like just maybe you're a wrestler, right, in college, pretty good, right? And then you're like, fuck, I need to make some money. Like there's no money in wrestling, right? No one's watching wrestling competitions. People watch the UFC.
For sure.
So how do you get involved? Like you start going to a gym, start punching boxing, and jujitsu's next.
Start
and then
training.
And then those first fights, it's like, I feel like that's like the separator. Like maybe the first or second fight, you're like, fuck, I am not about getting hit in the face.
I went to a jiu-jitsu class like down the street. It was like they did like a free trial.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and I just love to go out there and like spar and like wrestle and grapple.
Yeah.
But you definitely get tested. Like you come in with the confidence of like nobody's gonna get me, or like, you know what I'm saying, or I'm gonna step in. You have that vision like of your best like wrestling self and killing it, but you're gonna get tested. Your cardio is gonna hit and you're gonna get tested.
Damn.
And tap. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get to that point. Yeah.
I've been wanting to do jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah. I honestly had a bad experience last time I did. I mean,
what happened?
Not wrestling wise. I love wrestling and doing this shit, but like it's kind of musty, like, you know, how do you say it? Like, people are gonna be sweating on you, and like you're gonna be wrestling. You're gonna have scars, like you're gonna get cut up, and then like their sweat is on your fucking mouth and that bullshit. At that aspect, like I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did not like, and then I didn't, cause like I did get cut up, bro. I was so, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was, you know, wrestling, going at it, you know, making people tap on my first fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
I was at my brother's house. It's pretty recent, honestly, but I was at my brother's house, and he had a friend there. He was like, "David, you want to do some jiu-jitsu?" And it was like, I don't know, midnight, and I had a couple beers in me, and I was like, "Sure, why not?" I go, and little did I know this guy, you know, had been training a little bit.
Oh no!
Sure enough, we go out there, like in the first 5 seconds, I try to take him down. He just puts me in a chokehold.
Oh.
I'm just like, what am I doing, dude?
Damn.
I just start tapping real quick. I'm like, fuck this, I'm drunk.
Yeah, I'm not a fighter.
Next morning, I woke up with my neck all crooked, and I was like, oh, yeah, we won't be doing that
But it's
again.
definitely that fight or flight coming out of you.
Everyone has it. Everyone has it for sure.
Human
for
nature.
sure.
You better
right.
fucking have it. It's human nature.
Thanks,
Check
coach.
yourself, man.
Thanks, coach. Jesus
Nah, for
Christ.
real.
I'm not the UFC fighter over here, man. Come on.
Yeah. Is there anything else in life where you can get that same rush, that fight or flight?
There's nothing like it. Like, I know this guy, you know, he's been around the block a couple times, had a couple fights, me and him, but it's the craziest feeling, I'd say. Like, it gives you butterflies. I don't know about anyone else, but it makes me sick to my stomach. Like, sometimes just being in that situation, because you're so nervous, so scared. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate that feeling.
I can imagine. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's why I keep to myself now, you know, just keep
Yeah.
my head down.
Definitely want to
keep on walking, keep it
avoid all
moving.
the nonsense, but like that feeling is like people don't get to experience that much. And like when I see UFC fighters like in that ring getting tested and showing up, and then I also see like soccer players after they score goals in the FIFA, like they're just like they got that fire in their eye.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that inspires me. Like I want to feel that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. I feel that too. I mean, growing up with brothers, always competing, sports. I love all that stuff. And played basketball the other day and was playing like a 3-on-3 with these guys, and it was good competition. Like you get into that mode. It's like.
But I also love what you said about Khabib. And do you think you're great and be great and dominate the moment and talk your shit, but at the same time, like it's bigger than it ain't me, it's God. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't all about you.
I think that's important.
Like that.
I like that. Going back to the jiu-jitsu thing, like, and that's why, you know, I'm pretty aware of like situations, got a little bit of intuition where like I'm not messing with anyone, you know, because you never know, bro.
That guy might have it in him that one day, you know.
There's videos online. You know that video, the Oklahoma player.
I seen David the other one another night ago.
Bro,
was it in the restroom? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that one.
That one's fucked.
Yeah.
I think he
Poor
like
guy, right?
he had to get surgery to his like orbital or something.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. That's why I act right, you know, keep my
Can you
head
imagine
down.
that? Like walking into a bar, someone's like, "Hey, pussy," or something like that.
I'm good.
People be talking shit too out of nowhere when they're drunk too.
Oh, when you're drunk,
Be
you
on
know,
some
you
dumbass
feel like you're
shit.
10 feet tall. You're ready to go. Yeah.
And then next thing you know, your head bangs on the fucking concrete.
Lost a couple brain cells. Next thing you know, yeah. For sure lost a couple brain cells that night. Poor guy.
What happened in the video?
So, I'll probably pull it up. Basically, it was these two dudes. They were friends, and you could tell they had a lot of training, right? And then there was let me just look up OU football player.
Did the player get beat up or he was like the undercover?
No, he got beat up.
Oh. He was fucking with the wrong ones, huh?
Fucking with the wrong guy that night.
Yeah, you never know what people are packing or whatever they got.
That's
and it's like, bro,
too.
if you gonna rob me, I don't give a fuck. Or it's like, if you want to fight, bro, I promise you're not worth my time. Or it's like, bro, take the fucking chain.
Especially now, we're older, you know.
Care less.
Yeah,
but I still beat your ass.
They're walking away like, fuck you. What'd you say?
Oh my God, this white boy? That was him? The fucking kid? He's like,
oh yeah, here we go.
Who's the football player first?
The one that gets beat up.
These guys, I think.
And they're bigger
You could
too.
tell this
yeah.
guy.
See this guy's chin?
He's got long hair though. You can't see his ears.
Yeah.
You know.
See this guy's fucking jawline? Looks like fucking Superman. Oh, he
just pushed
started
They're
it.
starting it too, you know.
Oh!
The sneaker punch.
Took his ass down.
And the other one's just going on.
He got his fucking neck.
Ooh,
He's like, my friend's fighting. Let's fight too.
damn. I like how you pointed that out. Got him in that fucking chokehold.
Oh my god.
If you were taking a piss, what would you do? I know what Kobe would do.
I'd finish. Or probably Kobe probably pee on him.
Kobe would turn around.
Could you imagine if someone just started peeing on you? I would stop my fighting right there and then.
It's fucking war,
Look
bro.
at
Fight or
this
flight.
guy.
You got to continue through all challenges.
Oh! That's where he fucking broke his face.
That kind of reminded me of Parker and Woody, huh?
Brother just wailing on
That
him.
last fucking tackle.
So who'd you say was your favorite fighter, Jack? I know we
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
got off topic, but
Yair Rodriguez.
Yair Rodriguez, okay.
Yeah, he's just like insane to watch his kicks. What about you?
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz for sure is one of them.
I knew it.
But present is Rod Insania for sure.
Yeah.
Adesanya's
Yeah,
badass,
yeah.
man. You watched the fight with him and Pereira?
Oh yeah.
He was winning the whole fight until the end. And
Shit happens. It's a fight.
that
you know?
Pereira guy's scary.
Oh, did y'all watch that? Who's the African guy?
Kamaru.
Kamar Usman versus
Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards, bro.
Me and Jack were talking about
That
that.
fight was like Steph Curry pulling up from 40 at buzzer beater. It's like
Bro, yeah.
Hail Mary,
It was insane. Unexpected, out of nowhere, 5th round.
bro.
I was
Head
telling
kick.
Jack I had $100 on
I was
Kamaru Usman,
shell-shocked.
and I thought I won. I was like, oh, I won this shit, but all of a sudden,
Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
It was like, and then we were talking about the corner that was talking to Leon before the 5th round, bro. Oh,
yeah,
I
you gotta
wanna
pull,
watch it.
you gotta show Ahmed. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
watch
show
this
him.
shit.
He's not gonna know what we're talking about.
I saw that live. It was crazy.
I
This,
saw it live too.
bro, this is like the stuff. Look this up. Like, you can go on like a 10-mile run.
Some David Goggins shit.
I love this. Please.
So this is at the end of the 4th round.
Yeah, he's like wrestling him the whole time. He's
Yeah.
beating his ass, right?
It's a blowout fight, by the way, too.
Listen.
Can you hear? Can y'all hear?
I can hear.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Was it before that or?
Oh, here it is.
It's coming
here
up.
it is,
Okay.
here it is.
So he's getting beat up the whole fight, right?
And-
Pull it out the fire. Oh my God.
Look, Kamaru Usman coach all smiling.
Oh yeah, we won this.
The post fight interview gave me chills.
Yes.
Gave me chills. I was like, oh my god.
It's the greatest sport in the world.
Even
man.
though I lost my money, I was like, how can you root against this guy?
That was one of the greatest fucking comebacks ever.
Yeah, fucking.
I love
Who's your favorite fighter?
my favorite fighter. I like Khabib a lot. I like McGregor when he was talking his shit and dominating the game.
How could you not?
I like Sugar Sean O'Malley now. He's up and
Oh,
popping,
yeah.
making a nice business model. I like Beneil Dariush. He's Persian. I'm Persian.
Respect.
Yeah, I like
Great fighters.
But honestly, don't get it twisted. I would come at these guys next, and if we went round for round, I'd fucking take them pound for pound. I'm not fucking joking. I'm in
It's the Modelo.
I'm in peak
He's
physique.
had one Modelo, guys. Keep in
Nah,
mind, he's had one
One
Modelo.
You gotta talk. It's Friday. Let me talk my
no,
shit.
you gotta have friends like this.
It's Friday,
Definitely,
let me
you gotta
talk
have
my
friends like
shit.
this.
Hey man, it's all good, man.
Yeah, I'm obviously joking.
Almond used to hide in the bushes.
All praise to the Most High.
Almond used to hide in the bushes.
Oh yeah, we telling stories now. On
no,
on
no,
live
no.
cam?
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
No.
Not anything that'll get
yeah.
us arrested.
Save it for the after show. Support us on Patreon. Thank you guys.
Yeah, stay for that shit.
Jack was telling me about this after show. I mean, not to go into too much detail, but what's up with this after show? Is it like R-rated or something?
Pretty much. Anything and everything. I want to talk about some stuff. Like, I want to get your opinion on Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
Exclusive content, like,
Yeah.
cut the bullshit.
The real stuff. Get down to business.
And we want to only like and have that available to the people that subscribe and show support.
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be real talk.
So I asked you earlier, Jack, what got you in, or I don't think I asked you, what got you into or I did. You said being a good communicator, right? Who's your favorite podcaster? Like right now, at this moment, who do you watch the most? You'd say, is it still Joe Rogan?
No.
Okay.
Well, no. I watch Patrick Bet David. Do you know who that is?
Yep. I know who he is. Good. He's a great speaker.
Great speaker.
Yeah.
Great role model. Businessman. Successful. Has great conversations. And he holds debates too with different people. Like I was telling Ahmed about, he had a debate about marijuana. He had this lady who had cancer, went through chemo, and she'd used marijuana, found a lot of success with it. And then on the other side of the debate, he had this guy who got addicted to marijuana, led him down a bad path, and they just hashed it out. And he has so many conversations like that. He's not afraid to have the hard conversations. Like he did one on, race and like racism in America with this guy who was saying, kind of viewed life through like a racial lens, and he like challenged him, and he's not afraid. So I watch him a lot, and I get a lot of inspiration from him. And he's the type of guy too where he just works too, and I respect that.
And shout out PBD, he's Persian as well, and like he holds that middle ground, and he's very bold, and he's lived the American dream. At one point he used to work out and want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Then now he has his own company.
No.
Stuff like that.
I'm reading his book right now.
Yeah.
5 Next Business Moves, and he tells a story about his like growing up, and there was like bombs going off where he was living, and he said he almost died one time because his dad was like, all right, we have to leave, and then they crossed this bridge. And as he turned around, he said this is one of the most pivotal moments in his life. He turned around and a bomb hit that bridge right as they passed it.
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Sounds like a movie.
Yep.
My favorite podcast. I watch a lot of pods. I like the All In podcast with Chamath. Was a part owner of the Golden State Warriors before they drafted Steph Curry. It's like they're all billionaires and good people like that. But I like the Full Send pod. They break the ice, and the guests that they're able to attract, it's just confirmation that, hey, they're killing it. I like PVD as well. I follow him on Twitter. He's a great guy. He's Persian. Besides that, that's about it. A lot of YouTube. What about you, Dave?
What about me?
You like comedy?
God, y'all are saying all these guys, that are like help y'all out, motivate y'all. I'm over here thinking like, I just like people that make me laugh.
Hey man.
But favorite podcast? That's a good question. I think it changes every week, honestly. Right now, favorite podcast? Been watching a lot of Theo Vaughn. I mean, I've always kind of watched him, but
oh yeah,
he's a funny guy.
I've been watching him. I don't know if y'all know Bobby Lee.
Oh, yeah.
I love Bobby Lee, bro. He's probably my favorite.
Funny, bro.
I was literally on like a full month of I think his podcast is called Tiger Belly.
Yep.
Literally full month of just Bobby Lee.
Bro, he's the funniest.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So much good content. That's such a smart thing, and Joe Rogan started it. He was like, got all these comedians, like, hey, and he tells people, hey, start a podcast. Like, it's so good for your brand, especially being entertainer.
He paved the way for the comedians.
I don't know if y'all have watched like his old like podcast when it wasn't even cool to do podcast. He used to have like a group of like 10 comedians at this like comedy club, and he'd do it in the back room.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and it was just a lot of shit talking, shooting the shit,
Yeah, man. I listen to this one. It's called the One on One podcast. They talk about, let me pull it up, alchemy, the occult. They talk about, let's just see.
Alchemy, huh?
Jack, I like this, man. This is pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
this little
man.
podcast thing.
Yeah, it's just a hang, Like they talk about occult secrets. There's like all this stuff, astrology, MK Ultra, all this stuff.
MK Ultra.
I just have like an itch to like learn about this shit.
It infects you. Like truth, they say that the truth is infectious.
Yeah.
You feel the truth. It just hits you. It cuts you. If it's true and you resonate towards it, it's going to cut you and you're going to gravitate towards it.
It's powerful. And then I was listening to a podcast today and kind of going back to, you had mentioned earlier about like setting goals and then maybe not getting to them or things like that. And that's a part of being a human being, Everyone has these, it's like the 7 deadly sins. There's like lust, there's greed, there's laziness, all these things that people have, like, and we all have them because we're human. And the point of it is like being aware of like which one affects you the most. Certain people are affected by greed more or whatever it would be. And then rising above that is really huge. And I've been really into a lot of this occult stuff and learning about it. And astrology too is like, I'm like a big astrology nerd, I'll be honest. I'm into the whole thing. And
So, another question. Here we go. What's your favorite conspiracy, like that you love talking about?
That you believe is true.
I mean, not really believe. I mean, come on. But like
conspiracy.
one that's just you find most interesting.
Jack
might be the after show.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll answer that in the after
We'll hold
show.
it off. Yeah.
Oh man, I want to go right now.
No, we can hold off to the after show. I know you want to.
Okay, yeah, we'll say that for that.
But sponsors in the future, so we can't talk about too much crazy shit.
It's on YouTube.
I like what you talked about though, because I feel like there is some.
Yeah, I'm taking this fucking.
There is
suit
some.
off, dude. I'm over here sitting like, what?
I feel good. I feel amazing. There is some underlying wisdom that is above us, right? And sometimes it takes us just to be aware of it. Like one thing I like about the pod is that I hear these things that I need to hear, like what you said. Like I haven't been aware of it, but you know, there's things you need to hear, and even the Kibalion or like the seven,
The
like,
Kibalion.
Yeah, the Kibalion. Like bro, like I needed to hear that because it kind of woke me up, and it's true. It's just a matter of fact of being aware of it, because there is universal wisdom that you can't grasp right now.
And bro, that's the thing that. And I'm gonna get into a little conspiracy right now. But I'm not gonna go full
balls
full
to
tilt.
the walls. Let's do it.
But there is this universal wisdom you talk about, and it's been passed down from master to student throughout generations. However, there's a big push, in my opinion, for this information to be to stop. Like there's whatever you say. There's people up top that maybe have the information. And they don't want the masses to know.
The people in the power, the people in the matrix don't want you to wake up. That's kind of like what it is.
Because the most dangerous, person, soldier, whatever, is the intellectual one, the one who has the knowledge to understand certain things. Because, I mean, think about slavery, right? They didn't let the slaves read or write because they just thought this was normal life for them, and it gets deep, it gets dark.
Even Hitler, book burnings. They had book burnings because he didn't want people to know, there was another life.
And dude, the story of Adam and Eve too gets into it a little bit, where Adam and Eve were in the garden and Satan comes up to Eve, says, don't bite this apple, or don't bite the apple. It will give you the knowledge of good and evil. That's what Satan was telling Eve to do. She couldn't resist and did it. And now that they're saying that's a bad thing, but the Bible is all allegory and stuff. But it's really interesting because there's a group of people, they call them the Gnostics, that think, that Christianity is like kind of like a framework for people to be controlled by. And if you think about it, why would God not want you to know the knowledge of good and evil? Well, it makes sense maybe where everyone, like maybe in the garden, no one sinned, right? Everyone was perfect.
At first.
But then that was the catalyst that now like, okay, this is wrong, and human nature kicked in. So it's just,
yeah, the people.
I love having these deep conversations.
Yeah, dude, no, I like it too.
And
sure.
I think what it comes down to is that maybe the people in power, like you said, Hitler, whoever it is, they don't want the other side, the other people, to have faith in wisdom and trust in the universe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like that's what it is.
Yeah, they want you to turn on the TV 6 p.m. every night, watch the Daily Show or whatever, and
be sleep. Go on social media, dopamine.
Talk about it.
We can talk about that, yeah.
I mean, I get caught up too. It's because ultimately, like, and that's the thing I was talking about, like all these deadly sins, like being aware of them is great, right? Now it takes that second step to change. And it's tough because these things were designed to keep you addicted and on them longer. Get those dopamine rushes by the colors, the notifications coming in.
The baddies.
Dude, I catch myself sometimes, like I'll tweet. I was like, I fucking hate social media as I'm tweeting, like it's like, well, what am I doing?
Yeah, man. It's
like,
crazy.
I'm thinking in my mind, like, oh, I fucking hate this shit, but here I am tweeting.
On the app.
Yeah, right.
It's like saying I hate Twitter on Twitter.
As I'm using it.
Well, there's good things about it, right? Wouldn't you say?
For sure, yeah.
No, for sure.
Getting the message out there,
Yeah.
you know, sorry.
It's like, yeah, your iPhone is so great. It empowered the whole society to fucking be 10 times smarter, sharper, do whatever. You can now make money off your iPhone. You can see what the weather is in Dubai. You can buy a ticket to Dubai. You can talk to people in Dubai.
Record a podcast off one.
Basically, meet people in like through FaceTime, see people's face, and have a good conversation with them. Like, it's just.
I'm glad you brought this up because this is kind of what I wanted to start the conversation off on was the iPhone, right?
Okay.
And I heard a story about the creation of the iPhone. Steve Jobs created it, and people said he was like a hard ass, like he was too tough on people. It was crazy, but he was a innovator,
A visionary.
And apparently, what he came up with the touchscreen technology from an acid trip.
Jesus,
I heard that.
I believe it. I believe it, man.
Just confirmation.
Because man. Because why would the government not want you to have this tool in life?
Have the universe to your back. Let the universe take over.
Fuck.
Yeah,
like I just took a tab of acid or
Yeah,
something.
man.
We're getting deep here.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to get that deep, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's the truth.
No, it's true. Yeah, definitely.
It's the truth. It's the essence of life. You'll figure out the essence of yourself, the essence of the universe. And it's not about you. It's about letting the universe just operate through you. At the end of the day, you're not this body. You think you see something, and then you have that thought, that analyzing what you just thought of. Right? Right?
I mean, I think we all, like, everyone has a purpose, you know? Everyone has a purpose. Whether you know it, what that purpose is. Steve Jobs, his purpose was creating some crazy technology, right? Everyone has that purpose, and
I like that a lot.
Some people can't find their purpose.
I think I'm still trying to find it, honestly. Like,
and the thing is,
every day is a new day, and I'm still trying to find what I'm here for.
And then some people get in the way, make it harder for themselves to find it.
Get in their own way, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's where the beauty is. You know, you should just have faith and operate that. You know, everything is confirmation and it's supposed to happen.
That's what kind of astrology helped me learn too, is that all the zodiacs it's kind of like a framework, kind of a life path. So it helped me understand myself a little bit more. Not saying that you have to follow whatever life path you were born into, but it helped me understand that certain things that I do, my tendencies are based on kind of certain things, and I can avoid them just being aware of it. And
that's good.
It's interesting.
Because at the end of the day, you're the vehicle, right? You got to know how to operate your vehicle. You got to know yourself for you to operate at your best, in your prime, your peak. You have to know yourself. You're the product. If you don't know yourself,
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to take you serious with these fucking glasses, dude.
Yeah.
I'm over here looking at them like, who am I looking at right now?
Yeah.
Do you know where I'm?
No, I'm good, man. I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Knowing yourself is like one of the most frightening, scary things people can do, man. People don't want to turn inward. They want to face outward. They want to numb the pain. They want to.
Would you say you're still trying to figure yourself out every day?
Damn, Dave got them beers lined up right there.
I'm not an alcoholic, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just my first beer.
No, I like that. We got the showroom over there.
No. I was saying,
got the
do you
trophies.
feel like you're trying to find yourself every day? Like every day is a new day, and you learn something new about yourself, maybe.
I think so. I think I'm open to life and possibilities, and I wouldn't say I'm like trying to find myself right now. I went through a huge spiritual transformation this past year at the end of the year, and I went through psychedelics. I went soul searching, like what do I want to do in life? Like what's my purpose? A lot of these questions I asked myself, and using psychedelics, it helped me to take away my ego, where I actually was like, what am I good at? What do I need to improve on? And what am I going to push forward for? What do I want in life?
And this is taking psychedelics therapeutically, right?
Exactly. Yeah. There was no partying involved. It was
it just like you yourself? If you don't mind me asking, I don't know if you can talk about it on here, but what'd you take?
I've talked about it every episode.
All right, Joe Rogan, relax. No.
We had an hour. We might as well.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Well,
you fell into
hold
my
off on this
trap.
conversation.
Jack's like fucking Thanos when he gets the fucking
all right?
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
I'm drinking like one beer, guys.
He's not an alcoholic like he said.
Oh yeah, right there. How's the camera shot looking? Am I in the shot? I'm worried about that.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, solid.
Yeah, I can see both your shoulders. Am I good over there?
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't have enough space on this phone.
Canceled on you?
I gotta delete that.
Yeah, bro. I love the like, bro. We just upgraded like again. You know what I'm saying?
And
And it's
just
much needed. It enhances. We got it enhances us. Even got that camera. I'll bring it every time.
The next evolution, I'm gonna do research on how to get the camera switch.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, because if you watch a podcast like a good one like Joe Rogan, it shows like when he's talking, it's the full screen is him.
Yeah.
And then
You can't control that when you in the Premiere Pro where you have the files lined up.
I can.
But
and
it's hard to put it in sync in order, right?
Yeah. Well, the challenge is it's just tedious.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's like, all right,
It's working harder.
the podcast is 2 hours. It's like it is working, but
Yeah.
I think it would.
The main thing, we should work
Be good.
efficiently, right? And you're on the back end. You know what it needs and knows what it takes.
Yeah, we'll get it down though. And then I
Yeah.
changed the thing towards kind of the upright thing,
Mhm.
clips. And
But I love having visuals, and I think visuals are very important, even if it's up close, personals. Like like I feel like you get people's live reaction, and people can resonate with that. You don't want it to be too far or too this. I just feel like visuals are very important.
100% game changer.
Here we go.
All right, so I forgot what we were talking about.
What psychedelics have you taken, Jack?
Oh,
Mm.
after show's starting.
Okay. We don't want mom and dad to get I feel you. I wouldn't say anything crazy either.
Well, let's do like 30 more minutes, and then let's get to the after show.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sound
We
good?
freestyling on the after show too.
Oh,
Pull up.
God.
Pull up. Y'all. So, have y'all ever had racetrack coffee?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, French vanilla is my fave. It's my go-to.
I've had 7-Eleven coffee. I'm sure it's very similar to
No,
racetrack
it's
coffee.
not. So I was actually like, so here's my story. I'm just gonna tell a coffee story. I love coffee. I remember like growing up, I didn't do like any drugs. I didn't drink till I was in college. Didn't smoke till I was in college. All this shit. And my parents, they would drink coffee every morning. And so I'm listening to Joe Rogan, and he's like talking about weed and everything, and talking about coffee's a drug, alcohol's a drug. I go up to my parents. I'm like, y'all drug addicts. Like, you're drinking.
Yeah.
Like, do you know caffeine's a drug? Like, I was just like this asshole kid,
Yeah.
And then eventually I tried it, and it's like one of those things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like the first time you try something, like, never gonna recreate that first time.
Yeah.
It's like you went on a trip, huh? It's like you got zapped. You get zapped off coffee.
And so I love coffee. I drink it a lot. And I've gone through like energy drinks and everything, and we can get into how unhealthy they are. But I know Ahmed's drinking Red Bull right
Yeah, I try not.
Liquid cocaine.
Whenever I drink, whenever I take pre-workout or drink a Red Bull or energy drink at the gym, bro, I can't sleep at night. I'm literally up to like 2 or 3 just tweaking, geeking.
So I was trying to work out.
I drink a lot of energy drinks.
Dave was trying to work out.
I was trying to work out a little bit at one point in my life, believe it or not. And I bought some like a C4, right?
Oh my.
Pre-workout.
Okay.
I swear to God, I took it. I stopped taking it after I started feeling this, but I took it a couple times while I was working out, and I swear to God, my face started burning.
Holy shit.
And maybe I took too much. I have no idea.
Dude, so my brother Ben, he's a personal trainer in Nashville, and he was training a mom and daughter combo. And so they're doing the workout and everything, and the mom's like, oh my God. And she runs to the bathroom, blows chunks. And her daughter, like 5 minutes later, same thing. And then Ben's like, what'd y'all eat before you got here? Like, what's going on? And she's like, well, we had C4 pre-workout.
Oh, God.
Like,
Fucking
I don't
idiot.
know.
Dude, I don't know what was going on. My face was burnt. I mean, I still worked out. Like, it wasn't enough to make me stop or anything, but my face was burning. I was like, what the fuck is going on with me?
Dude.
You can't. It's hard to trust so many things nowadays. Like there's so much. Like everything has sugar, bro. That's one thing I've been doing like this past couple months, cutting out all the sugar, all type of drinks. Like you go grab a orange juice from Racetrack, and you don't read it that orange juice has like 30 grams of sugar. Like,
Oh yeah, terrible.
yeah, I cut out a lot of sugars. I like to drink water. I think it's good. There's power in being organic and just relying on the basics. Like, you don't need all that. You know, it's just a marketing gimmick.
And you're talking about cutting yourself like from that universal knowledge from the source. A lot of these things and these substances like sugar and all these chemicals, they cut you off, you know, like you got to be in like that peak physique to have that peak mind.
And it's kind of maybe fasting. I think like intermittent fasting, controlling your desire for eating and hunger. Cause like that's one thing I struggled on before I started hitting the gym is like, bro, my mind would be so weak that when I would just indulge in eating and eating and eating.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't contain that desire for food. And one of my good friends, he said, when you control the desire for hunger and the desire for sex, and you're able to transmute that, it's like you just tapped in.
It's powerful.
Yeah,
I mean, people do semen retention. Have you heard of that?
I have. There's some powerful people. Let me tell you right now, there's some strong-minded individuals. Those guys, a salute to you guys. You know, if you're doing semen retention,
those are the real warriors.
I have a respect for you.
Those are real UFC champs, huh?
They're like levitating. They're like monks,
right.
you know.
They've unlocked like all the things in life they need to.
Wow.
Shout out to you guys for listening out there.
Shout out to y'all. But yeah, it's like controlling your mind is huge and those desires. And one thing that I do every October, I do the Sober October Challenge.
Okay.
Joe Rogan did it.
Yeah.
And shout out Joe Rogan again. But yeah, the Sober October thing, no caffeine, no weed, no alcohol. And then I did Carnivore this last Sober October. Bro.
I like that.
Talk about, I felt like peak everything.
Because whenever I hear people talk about the carnivore diet, I think it's all bullshit. Maybe it's just a mind thing. But hearing it from Jack, let's hear it.
Dude, so I was eating rice a lot, and I was having so much distress in my stomach. Like in the morning, I was fucked up.
And this is why you're on the carnivore diet?
No, this was before.
Okay.
So I was like, what's going on? Like, and it was basically me searching out what foods like irritated me, and it was rice. I can't really eat rice now, but I started doing the carnivore, and at first, you know, it's just meat. And so one of the tenets you follow is eat as much as you need to satisfy your hunger. Because if you're like, all right, I'm just going to eat 2 meals, and you're like starving, there's no way you can do anything. Your mind's not right. You can't exercise. And so what I did was I just kind of ate as much as I wanted. And I actually do eat, like the majority of my food now is still meat. And so it wasn't necessarily difficult, but I did it. And it probably took a week, and then like I started having regular bowel movement after, because like you get constipated, bro.
Damn.
Eating a lot of meat, and it was solid. I definitely, the point of my life is I actually want to gain weight and get a little bit bigger, and so I can't really follow that diet. Even though like this guy that I saw the diet from, his name's Dr. Sean Baker. He went to UT. He was an actual doctor there. Really smart guy. He's like 265 pounds, jacked dude, and he holds the record in rowing. You know the rowing machine?
Yeah.
And then he holds like a deadlift record. Like, this dude is huge, and all he eats is meat. If you think about it, back in the day, we were, hunter-gatherers.
Oh, you're going way back in the day.
We're just connecting the dots because, like, you weren't sitting around the fire, and then you're like, I'm so bored. Let me go to the pantry.
Yeah. No, you gotta go work for that shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it's important for people to find what type of food fits their physique and their body.
Yes.
And then I feel like I found that with Qdoba. Qdoba is amazing. I could eat that every day. And honestly, I've had it probably 100 times in like the past 200 days probably.
Shout out Qdoba.
Shout out Qdoba.
It's better than Chipotle.
I need my promotion.
I think it's better.
Yeah, it's more options, more organic. Like the place I go on Debbie Lane, shout out Debbie Lane. Like I know the owners,
like the cleaners on Debbie Lane too, right?
Yeah, Debbie's
cleaners on Debbie Lane. Shout out Debbie Lane.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah, like
go see Ahmed.
Yeah.
The owners are.
What's it called again?
Debbie's Cleaners on Debbie Lane. Yeah,
odds?
come to see us. But yeah, you need to find what works best for you. And I don't have a problem with eating that meal that I love to eat and I enjoy eating because it brings out the best of me for every day. Like I could have the same meal every day and be satisfied with it.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like I eat steak. I eat sweet potatoes, and I eat eggs like
God.
3 times a day.
I'm thinking I'm a fat ass. I eat like literally McDonald's,
Yeah.
whatever I have in the pantry at that day.
Are we gonna
Maybe-
turn it around, David? You gonna listen to the
Yeah,
podcast
Dave.
with Nick?
Okay.
No, this
And
is
we're gonna get a
serious.
workout plan soon.
There you go. Hey Nick, if you're listening, personal trainer needed.
Talk to Dave.
I need you,
He's in
brother.
Fort Worth. Fort Worth.
But
strong.
not Dave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's time to take some sort of initiative that will change something up.
You're not wrong.
Anybody, anybody. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely helped me because my favorite fucking food was Reese's peanut butter cups. Bro, talk about mental discipline. I had none.
My boy would just be stuffing the Reese's Pieces.
And then, bro, like it's so fucked up because there's so much chemicals in this. Like, what is that actually? Like, how much of that is real food? That cup? Nothing,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
And so what I would, I'd eat like a bunch, right? Fucked up. And then like, I looked at myself in the mirror one day. I was like, fuck.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not gonna lie. If back in the day you gave a hunter-gatherer like Reese's Pieces, bro, they'd go crazy. They wouldn't control themselves, bro.
You'd kill
And-
you.
and they
for
would-
more.
It might kill him. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
people would go crazy if they had
Yeah,
Reese's
you would
Pieces
definitely
back
try to
then.
kill you too.
Like that's like the iPhone, like before, like something like the iPhone.
Are you saying people have killed themselves by using the iPhone? I don't think that's what you're saying, but
They might mentally die.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Right now, like with the COVID thing that happens, like more people, we're losing so many more people to suicide and stuff like that. Like these are the repercussions and the byproducts of a virus and locking people in the house.
yeah. How do y'all feel about that? Like not even COVID specifically, but social media. How do you think it has an effect on mental health? Y'all have like a take on that?
I think it's great. At the end of the day, the users on social media, you're a product. You don't sign up. You don't pay a subscription. They make bank off you. They take all your data. They sell you that data, and it profits USA. It funds USA to do whatever the fuck they want. They want to start a war in the fucking Middle East. They'll start a fucking war in the Middle East just because they open that market cap up. And I feel like at the end of the day, users need to be more protected. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's more screen time that makes it, responsible. Something like that.
I watched The Social Dilemma and it talked all about this, man. These people in Silicon Valley, they actually went to school in psychology classes to learn how to get you addicted to social media. And then they created these apps, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these things. And they're trying to figure out how to keep you on there longer, right, for more advertising dollars. And then you get into the conversation of artificial intelligence and how are you going to make the algorithm on the social media? No one knows that. And then if you talk about regulation with the government, they don't know anything about tech or anything like that. There's no way they can regulate TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Reels. Like all that stuff is really kind of the Wild West right now. And if you think about it,
It's a rabbit hole.
It's a rabbit hole, man. It corrupts minds. I mean, there's a story. So like young parents, like obviously when I want to be a parent, I don't want to give my kid an iPad.
Dude.
And they're just like
Yeah. Literally.
zombied out, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a story about this algorithm on YouTube. They gave this kid the iPad, and what they ended up watching was like the videos morphed into, I think it was like Hitler fighting Spider-Man, fighting a princess. They were all like fighting kind of like Smash Bros kind of thing. And it was just like the most warped, fucked up thing. But that's what the AI created. And these kids are just being fed this stuff.
Yeah. I'm a firm I
fucking
don't know about
crazy.
y'all. I'm sure I was the same way. I mean, when I was a kid, I was getting in gutters. I was literally like,
Yeah.
fishing, even something as simple as fishing or just getting in trouble outside specifically. Like that
Yes.
shit teaches you more.
That's important in your early life.
I don't know if it teaches you more, but it'll teach you something more valuable maybe.
I think so.
Than what you'll get from a TikTok, what you'll get from Instagram. Because to be honest, Instagram and TikTok, they just feed you.
It's all digital.
They feed you
Garbage.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
playing
digital
yourself.
fast food.
Like I learned more in that gutter when I was 12 years old than I did on Instagram.
Yeah, like I love, it's crazy because we grew up, like when did the iPhone come out? How old were we? Like I remember,
I was in like Mary Moore.
I
I
remember,
had the chocolate in Mary Moore. Sorry.
yeah, I was like 4th grade,
Shout out
3rd
Mary
grade. I saw a first iPod Touch, bro. I was like, oh my God.
You need it.
My
You
friend,
need it. Yeah,
I was like,
needed it.
bro, I was like
Yeah, yeah.
praying about it. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna one day, I'm gonna get this thing. It was
You prayed
fucked
about
up.
it?
magic.
I probably did the same thing.
And you could watch YouTube videos on. I was like, bro, what? And before then, it's like riding bikes outside with your friends,
Yeah.
playing sports and everything, and that continued, right? But we kind of grew up in that tweener age where it was like we had beforehand like no social media. I remember getting a Facebook account when I was like,
But we literally grew up in the middle of the transition and the revolution of the digital age.
and then if you think
sure.
about the generation now, they don't know anything different, right?
This is literally them.
They go
literally,
crazy, bro.
Like you see kids in the back seat, literally just. I mean,
Yeah,
I worked at the dry cleaners, and even that was what 4 years ago. I worked at the dry cleaners, and you don't know how many times people, because they have a drive-through. You know how many times parents would come up in their car, and I look in the back seat, and it's just these kids on their iPad, just literally like this, not talking, not.
They're plugged in, bro. They're plugged in. Their dopamine receptors, like it's like a rat. Like their dopamine overrides their whole mind and their whole body. They can't even control it. They get overridden by dopamine, and they can't control it.
Yeah.
They're plugged in. They're asleep.
Is that Kyrie's profile page? I mean, his profile picture.
God. He posted this today.
Look at this photo. Reminded me of that.
He posted this today.
You see all the kids head down. They're getting the lawnmowers chopping their head off.
Oh my.
The ones that are.
The ones that are looking up.
Oh
questioning.
my God.
Fuck, I love Kyrie, man.
Look
at this. This is Graves with Instagram likes.
Shout out Kyrie Irving, man.
Shout out. He's a real one. This guy's reading the paper. Everyone else is on their phone and computer.
But this is that universal wisdom. They don't want you to tap into the universal truth and universal wisdom.
Look at this. That's
That's
a
what
real
the fuck
picture.
they want, bro.
That's crazy.
Man,
it's so true though. I mean, like, yeah, they're a little bit exaggerated, but it's a little. I mean, there's pictures. Y'all won't be able to see them.
You just said it though, like the kids in the back.
You should definitely play those pictures on the pod if you could see them.
Oh yeah, I think I could.
That'd be dope.
I mean, they're a little exaggerated, but it's true. It's true to a point.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in, and
one point I wanted to make here, talking about AI and USA doing all this stuff. People need to realize that the West and their society and their ethics and morals, and I want to compare that to China's ethics and morals, right? China is very big on AI, and they like to document and literally like basically collect data on people in their whole life, right? Like any move they make, like they're big on AI, and maybe they want to control you like that. But the West, the way the West differs, we're more of a decentralized society. Like that's kind of what we lean towards. The West leans toward, and the U.S. doesn't spend time fucking tracking your data, where you going, what time you take a shit. Unfortunately, because China does that.
Yeah,
they're big on AI and collecting all your data, while USA is probably focused on the bigger and better things, whatever that may be.
I mean, one thing about that is I don't know how true it is, but I heard that like China's TikTok is filled. I mean, not filled, but
I heard this too.
You already know what I'm
They
about to say.
control the algos.
Say it, David.
To enhance.
They show things that are like engineering wise. Like
Ooh.
they show things on TikTok that are helpful to.
The youth.
I don't even know what I'm trying to
That
say.
is
You know what I'm trying to
crazy.
say.
That is.
They don't
It's
know
a
what I'm trying to
business
say.
model. It's
But in America,
they're creating fucking plants.
But in America, they show bullshit, right?
Yeah,
Right?
memes.
So I think that's like,
Dude.
what's wrong with America? Why are we doing this in America only?
America's
And
more creative, like creative side though.
and that's true, but still, I think it'd still benefit a lot of people if they showed how to build things, how to wire things, how to.
As a society,
100% agree.
as a society, and having all your population learning how to engineer and be engineered, this makes your society and your country 10 times more powerful. But at the end of the day, the way the West does it, like they're more entertaining and creators. Like there would be no Jake Paul making $50 million and creating so much economic and growth and jobs for the economy if there was no social media.
That's
So
also true.
I feel like
both are true.
I feel like Americans are more creative, and maybe creativity wins at the end of the day when it comes to universal wisdom and knowledge, trusting that creativity.
America also
Compared to
yes.
being forced down an environment that China, being your parents, want you to be an engineer or a doctor. But I understand China's business model, and that is fucking genius.
America also speaks the most universal language in the world.
English.
Yeah.
English, you
Yeah.
know. So I think that's kind of why we're the most creative, or we're looked at as the most creative, because everyone.
USA is the best company in the world.
I saw that clip, Jack. Shout out to you. I saw that clip. I thought it was very
It's
true.
It's true,
It's
yeah,
very
man.
true clip.
It
Yeah.
still is, but you know, you can see where it's going though. Like you compared China to the U.S. right there, and the different TikTok algorithms. Like China, like you said, is like if you think about people as plants, the kids as plants.
Workers, soldiers.
China's watering the plants, giving them sun. Like these, but then you think about it too. Like it gets a little too tight on
This
the
goes back
vice grip.
Yeah, this goes back to that theme. Hey, my parents wanted me to be a doctor, but I didn't want to be a fucking doctor. Like, you know, I feel like people in China feel just like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? To some extent. But China is great at, you know, operating factories and manufacturing things. Like, that's where they have an edge on USA and the rest of the world. They're great. That's where they excel.
It's 100% true. And yeah, you wonder, does China even, I guess they have TikTok, right? They have the internet.
They created TikTok, didn't
Yeah.
they? Didn't
TikTok is from China.
Yeah, it is a Chinese company.
company.
Come on, Jack. No, I'm joking.
That's why I don't use it.
TikTok.
Yeah, I don't use TikTok either. I have one.
Jack, that's
But like, yeah, I don't use it either.
Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. But going back to
I'll give my
USA,
data to the US.
USA does have the best companies in the world that transform the world. I feel like
I think USA is the most.
like a VC. It's like Shark Tank. Like, you know.
I don't know if it's a positive influence, but we're the most influential country in the world. You know.
Dude,
Like I
yeah.
said, I don't know if it's positive. I really don't.
Well,
I mean,
all the wars and shit that they got
But
their
they're the
hands
most
in. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
influential
That's true.
company, right? America's a company, like Ahmed said over here, but they're the
Yeah.
most influential country in the world.
I agree, dude. Even in like, so South Korea, know what they do? Like, it's a sign of wealth and nobility and success when you grow up and you get plastic surgery to look like a Westerner, to look white.
That's
You know?
yeah.
Like these Asian people, South Korean people,
They lift up their eyes.
they lift their eyes up.
yeah.
They get a
Well, it's part of the
narrow
culture.
nose. Bro, it's like
It's a thing. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a thing of success. Like, have you heard of K-pop?
So the baddies.
Apparently, they look more beautiful, or they look more.
That's
whatever.
their twisted thing because they're on. I mean, North Korea is crazy, right? But South Korea, it's kind of like Americanized, right? They have access to the internet, and all these people, they literally, when they turn 18, or like all the K-pop stars, they're in plastic surgery rooms. They're getting
That's
shit
crazy.
done.
Straightened out noses.
That's on some.
They're trying to get their eyes more open.
That's
'cause-
like some virtual. That's like some metaverse shit already. I feel like that's some like
That's a good point.
society. Like they're already ahead of us. Like we always talk about the future and futuristic and AI dominating our life. When AI, the origin of AI, where they love AI the most, is in Asia, and maybe they're the ones that already are living in that future. And maybe we never get to that future, but in Asia, they are living in that future.
China.
China.
The China virus, right?
what he says.
Spanish flu. What's that K-pop band? You know the most popular one?
Not One Direction, the other ones.
Direction is definitely.
I don't fucking know
BTS?
those guys.
BSM?
BTS. Don't act like you don't know that
What's
shit,
BSM?
Dave.
Don't look up BSM.
They've
I
thrown
don't
out
know.
wrong answers on purpose.
Is it BTS?
Yes, BTS.
God, I'm
Behind
good.
the scenes.
I watch way too much Instagram.
Is this them? I don't even know.
See, they don't even look Asian. They look Mexican at this point.
They look human.
Oh, my bad.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. I never thought about.
It's so funny to me how
It's like
a bunch of like
artificial.
Americans are obsessed with these K-pop people and they don't know one word they're saying.
I know. Like, I know a couple of girls that are just like, this is their personality.
Yeah,
Kind of like what they gravitate to.
for sure.
It's like Justin Bieber when he was a little kid. People gravitated towards that.
God,
And then like they're definitely feminized, right?
that's
Oh,
another
they're
thing.
very feminine.
That's another thing.
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
we about to go into the after
yeah,
show.
very
Yeah, that's
feminine.
after show.
This is
stuff
Chestnut
for sure.
Checkers.
I don't want anybody hating me after
I
this
wonder who-
podcast, Jack.
I'm clipping you only.
no.
It's a setup.
God.
No, I wonder who gives these guys backing money and who supports these guys. Huh?
Companies.
Huh? What company backs the BTS?
Let's find out.
Nike, Adidas.
We're finding out today on the JOJ podcast.
JOJ podcast.
We're getting to the bottom of this on the after show.
We're rating the capital.
Not to get too much into it, but definitely feminized men is a big thing right now. And I won't get too much into it because
I think I was thinking
There's
about.
a-
sensitive
I was
topic.
thinking about this the other day, and this goes back to the Kilion or whatever it's called, the
The Kabbalion.
The Kabbalion. That's my last time getting it wrong. The Kabbalion. And
What is the
everybody
Kabbalion?
has their masculine side and their feminine side. My job, and hopefully I can master, hopefully I can just meet right dead in the fucking middle. Every fucking day. Just show up right in the fucking middle. I don't
No,
want
that's
the
that's
truth.
very yeah, that's very
like
very
I was,
interesting.
I was
yeah.
talking to this girl, and I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I like when it's important for girls to do the same thing. Have that, be knowledgeable and experience their masculine side and feminine side. Right, feminine side is beauty and whatever you guys would describe it better than me.
Artistic.
Yeah, but I feel like, and she was very masculine. Like your goal and maybe my goal is like to meet right in the middle. Meet my partner right in the middle is like the same thing. Like I feel like there's power in that.
Yeah, that's a good
No,
point.
That's very true.
That's a
yeah,
very
yeah.
good
definitely,
point.
definitely having a feminine side and masculine
Clip that,
side
huh?
is very.
Clip that, huh?
Clip that.
Hey, we're talking in clips today, man. We're talking
Yeah.
talking in clip language. That's it.
Clip City, huh?
Clip City.
Welcome to Clip
Yeah.
City. Yo, we need a fucking sign. A fucking sign.
Bro, the
Clips.
next evolution, honestly, I'm thinking about it. So
Evolution, revolution.
you've been upstairs, right, Almond?
Bro, you never gave me the world tour. I just walk in.
All right. Before the after show, we're gonna pause it. We're gonna go up there,
Yeah.
and I'll show you. I showed David up there.
I met Bob.
Oh, bro. I looked up. I parked my car. I'm not gonna lie. I took a piss in the grass, watered the flowers a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Donovan.
my boss
Maybe you
gonna
shouldn't
listen
do
to
that because
Landlord.
Jack does work here.
No,
so,
no, there were some plants. No, there were some plants that needed watering. You know,
There you go, man. The plants
they were looking dry. Anyways, I
have
looked,
the Red Bull
I
energy.
I looked up and the universe was there.
all while you were taking
The
a
stars.
piss, this all happened.
Stars were there,
I was looking up. The moon's out.
and that's what inspires me. Just being in sync and moving with the universe.
As I get older, I definitely want to experience nature more. I mean, I
100%,
think I
man.
experienced nature when I was a little kid, but I'm kind of in this like
You're in a new chapter. Everybody's.
I'm in this. I was like I'd say from like when I was 16 to maybe 20 now.
Till
Yeah.
yesterday.
I was very like this right here, man. This like my phone was very. I was just so glued to it. But now as I get older, I'm like I need to experience outside
Yeah, man.
again.
At the end of the day, I think it's very important for people to be aware of their essence and like their ecstasy and being able to enjoy the essence of yourself and experience that ecstasy is probably going to be the best. And chasing that every single day and trying to get into that, I feel like that's where the power is, and that's how you maybe live a fulfilling life rather than you have the potential, you should go towards your fears and just not having this one to like walk away from that and not
Yeah.
attack it like what Jack did. I feel like that's the way you do it. That's
Believe
the
it or
truth.
not, doing a podcast takes balls.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
mean,
there's fucking
to make it
risk.
simple for everybody,
Thanks, bro.
this shit takes balls right here. Like I'm
Speaking
serious.
on
I'm serious.
camera.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking on the camera, like it took me a couple beers to finally get a little comfortable, but we're
all
here.
good.
You're doing great, man. You're doing great.
Nah, yeah, David's doing
And dude, if you ever want to go on a hike or something, I need to get outside more. And hiking is one of the best things. You can get a little workout in.
I want to go
But
hunting.
Hunting, yeah, like
do that,
Survival
man.
yeah.
mode. I don't need a lighter.
See, me,
I'm kidding.
I had a friend that we always
Type
talked
shit,
about. We
though,
always
like,
talked
you know what I'm
about like taking only like how those little survival shows they only take like 3 things or whatever. We always talked about doing it. We never ended up doing it, but I gotta try it. Maybe that.
Bro, we
that
should
be a
fucking
thing.
do that. And I got my little. Oh, my camera vlog's fucking it up.
It's all good.
That guy left hours ago, huh? You got too zapped. But we could take that with us and even have like better cameras to like document it and vlog it. And we literally go to
Podcast
fucking,
in the wilderness.
we go to
Jack?
fucking war. Jack,
Let's do it.
One thing I want to do, bro. Like
Fucking tell me.
when Kyle met his manager,
Kyle
his
who?
Kyle Forgard from
Yep.
the Nug Boys.
Yep.
Okay.
His manager asked him, "What's the one thing you want me to do? What's the one thing you want to fucking build?" Kyle said, "Build me an alcohol. I want to do business in alcohol." Right? I'm coming here, bro. Jack, to be honest, what I want to do with you is start a media company
Fuck.
and have a unique. I already have ideas for business model, how we can monetize it. Because right at the end of the day, this is all like I love to do this. I could be here till fucking 12 doing this.
Yep.
Right? But there is a
Making money is something that
Yeah.
would
Can
Would be
someone give me
great.
the definition of monetize?
And it has and
like, I hear this word all the time, and
Basically, like if we were to get a bunch of people to pay for the after show, that's monetizing the content because we post like this content.
you don't know what monetize means?
I mean, like, I hear the word, you know, I don't really.
It's
Or
ba-
also on YouTube, once you get, I looked it up, once you get like 1,000 subscribers and then you get like a bunch of hours of view time, then you can apply to have YouTube monetization where you get paid off of the views that you get for the videos. So that's the point of it.
monetizing is just making it a business, right? It's
Yeah.
basically like making this your work, right?
Making, what did you say the other day? Monetizing your hobbies.
Everybody has hobbies, right?
Yes.
Some people need to figure out what their hobbies are. And the way you live an amazing life, in my opinion, and the journey that I'm on is I'm trying to monetize my hobbies, bro.
Mhm.
And
Same,
live a
man.
fulfilled life.
That would be the dream.
and
that would be the dream.
experience the
Because-
fucking dream in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like my job that I do right now, like I would 100% much rather be here talking shit with you guys,
Being your-
doing
Making
this.
money off of
Element,
it.
your
But
essence.
unfortunately, we're not at that point yet.
Not
we're
yet, but
gonna get to that point.
we will.
And like I said, bro, I would love to start a media company with you, and like we could take it so many different avenues. Like even if we go hunting, I want to go hunting. You know what I'm saying? It'd be entertaining.
We have all the access.
I was talking to Ahmed, and this was probably months ago. I was like, dude, I want to start a podcast.
Yeah.
And like, Jack, seeing you
You can start one, bro.
seeing you do this, you're gonna be my first guest, man. But seeing you do this, seeing you do this, like, gives me so much inspiration.
Paves the way.
Thanks, man.
Like it's because you see famous people do it, right? But to see someone to see someone that you've personally known,
Yeah.
it's just like, wait, this is possible. This is more than possible. It's,
Yeah.
Thanks, David.
And-
No, for
Appreciate
sure, man.
that,
It's inspirational.
And
dude.
I got to be honest, like you are paving the way, but the thing that separates this fucking pod compared to many people trying to start the pods is the value that the overhead that we bring. Not that I bring personally, Jack. I'm talking about Jack. Like if I wouldn't have started my own pod, I wouldn't know how to set everything up. I don't know how to make a cover art. I don't know how to edit the clips put visuals behind it. Because right now, short clips is dominating social media. Right,
Mhm.
that's the fastest way to 1 million views. You have short clips, and people watch short clips and rack up the views. But anyways, the difference between me starting my own pod and even David starting his own pod or anybody, like, they don't know the fucking back end. And the key power here is that Jack is taking open-minded towards the back end and going through it full speed and trying to ride the wave and trying to figure out what he likes.
But
Yeah.
I
to
think
that
that's the
point,
power.
this wasn't overnight. You started this in
2018.
2018. So at the same time, like, I'm not saying you're professional, but you had this dream
But that's what it
years ago,
takes.
you know?
That's right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like we were saying, the death and the rebirth, and it's all part of the journey. But part of business too is like not everyone, there's different roles, and there's things that I can't do that you're more, you would be more better at, and then you would be better at, right? People are different. People have different
It's the
strengths,
mastermind.
weaknesses. So you just gotta mesh, get the synergy right. And I'm really excited for the future, bro. It's gonna be great.
No, Jack,
But
I
I
wish-
appreciate what you said
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'll say it on the podcast, David. When I first moved, right, as a new kid, Mary Moore, walking in the class, bro, you had this energy, man. You were like laughing. I'm pretty sure you were singing, bro.
I don't doubt it, dude.
You had the Justin Bieber
Yeah,
haircut.
look, Dave was
like we all did,
God,
bro. You're
God,
flipping
God,
your
don't
hair.
bring it
Dave
up.
was going hard back in the day.
And you're just
God.
such a nice guy, man. And so I'd love to be on the
Dave
first
was a
podcast.
showboat.
man.
Appreciate that,
I
Jack.
help you out
Appreciate
too if you want to start.
Like I said,
I'll
hey,
help
brother,
you,
you're going to
man.
be my first guest. You and Ahmed right here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like right now we're having...
I remember
having a great conversation.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
love to be here with my best friends, and it's a great opportunity, bro. Like I said, every time I say it, every
Thanks for
time,
the invite, Jack.
It's a great opportunity.
Seriously, man.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming, bro.
Yeah.
I remember in 2022, I was like, bro, when 2023 hits, bro, I want to start my own pod. Like, you have those aspirations to do that, and I don't have my own pod, but look where I'm at now. I'm on.
What happened? Yeah.
I'm on this pod.
And Jack, you could like take this so far, man. I mean,
Jack's a sniper.
you know what podcasts can do because we've seen it on YouTube, right? Like,
Yeah, it's good.
you
It's
could
popping.
take this far, dude. You could really do it. You could.
But I want to be bigger than pods. I want to be the whole fucking, the media, the whole fucking media. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of
Scary.
media?
That's scary. That's a little scary.
Well, dude, I followed Barstool Sports, his whole rise, Dave Portnoy. I
Yeah.
look up to him. He's one of my idols. Started a whole media
Mentors.
company.
Yep.
But-
$1 million media company.
Not overnight, too,
There you go.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Let's build.
it's
If
gonna
it was
be
easy,
sick.
everyone would do it.
Vlogging, too, it would be something we could easily do, right?
Bro, we're going hunting for your 50th episode, and we're going fucking hunting.
Podcast in the wilderness. It's going down.
Yeah,
Dude, so I just got into hunting. I've been lucky, like the people I work with hunt, and I went deer hunting for my friend Conor's bachelor party. I'm gonna have him on the podcast soon. And
Lydiac?
no, this was Conor Moskal. So we went to South Texas, right next to the border. We're in Eagle Pass. It's actually this vest I got, and amazing experience, bro. I shot a deer. Like I was like probably 75 yards away. You sit in a deer blind, right? They have a corn feeder, and the deers just like walk up. You have to be very still, right? And you're like sitting back, and then you wait. And we only could shoot doe, which is like the female version.
Deer, yeah.
And so the deer gets like in my shot, and Connor's sitting next to me. He's like, "All right, take the shot, go for it." And bro, in that moment, bro, it's like you get so like it's just like one of those moments, like fight or flight.
You have to show
Yeah.
up.
You
and
have
execute.
to show up and execute. And
We're from Texas. How have we never hunted?
dude, we'll
Jesus
go duck hunting first, because that's how I first started.
Okay.
Connor took me duck hunting, and that's really chill. Like you don't have to be quiet. You like basically, it's like you wake up early before the sun gets.
Oh, that'd be
you
lit.
sit next to a pond, and you keep your head down, and then like someone's like looking for the pond, the ducks land, and then you say like go.
That's crazy.
And then
They
the
fly?
ducks fly, and
Yeah.
then you just shoot them, and then
Y'all have hunting dogs and everything to like retrieve them?
yeah,
Oh shit.
it's
I'm bringing my puppy.
and bro, what the coolest part about it was for the deer, I'm gonna tell this on the podcast, but I'll just do a quick little thing. But cut the deer open, right? It's like the crazy thing. You just killed this animal, and you walk up to it, and it's like hot. It's an
Yeah.
animal. It's like head is like limp, it's
Living
moving around.
muscles are spazzing.
And then it wasn't spasm.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm at a kill shot, you know.
Jack's like,
Right into the
don't
lungs.
doubt my shot, bro. I killed this guy. Huh?
It's funny though, because the second day I tried to shoot a deer and I missed, so that's part of it. But anyways, you take the deer, cut it open, you de-gut it, take the guts out, and then take the deer, hang it up, de-skin it, put it in the freezer, and then you have to cut the hindquarters off, you cut the back straps out, you cut the shoulders off,
You gotta work for that shit.
and then bro, you have to process it. You have to cut off all the silver skin on the outside. You have to cut it into like actual like what you're gonna eat, a steak, and then you vacuum seal it, and that took like 4 hours. And then, bro, the best moment was like putting that onto the grill.
Like, damn, I killed this shit right here.
I killed it. I know exactly where it came from. And, bro, they
crazy.
say deer meat venison is an aphrodisiac too.
Okay.
What's
Y'all know
that?
what that
Yeah,
is?
yeah, I do.
Actually, look up.
Aphrodisiac.
No, it's funny that you said that. I was at my uncle's ranch in Odessa, and we didn't hunt the goat. He had the goat, but I definitely tackled it. I tackled it because it was in a big 5-acre pen. But it was
Increased
so
sexual
like
desire.
it was such a eye-opening. I don't know if eye-opening, but it was such a surreal experience. The way like I'm not gonna get too detailed, but he killed this goat with a knife.
It gives you a perspective.
And like it was we all ate it, so not one part went to waste for sure, but it was
Respect.
it was very surreal. Like it was like this, it was almost, we were like, it wasn't a human,
It's spiritual.
it wasn't a human, but it felt like I was killing a human, you know, like it didn't feel like I was killing a human. That was way too deep, sorry guys.
Whoa.
I'm not a serial killer in the making, I promise. But like, dude, he slit this goat's throat. I don't know if we can say that.
Wow, this is
All right.
PG.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Rated
We slit this goat's throat, and it sounded like human, and it was like, because you know how goats sound, right? Like, it's a big difference between shooting an animal and like you kind of
Fucking
being like
stabbing
100
it
yards
and being right
away
there and putting
and
it on
slitting its
100%.
throat.
Oh god,
Wow.
that's crazy, dude.
And
That
it
is-
was crazy. It was crazy to see. Yeah. It was.
The thing about that is kind of like it's what we developed on. Like it's human nature to hunt. When you see lions, bro, lions have their body fat is so slim. Like these guys are killers, and like it's just human nature. And at some point, you got to tap into that to kind of figure out you experience yourself even more. I mean, I've never been hunting, and but I understand how humans evolved, and it's just it's just human nature.
We'll go, man. We'll go one day, and we could figure it out. That'd be so fun.
It's
Podcast in the wilderness.
That's like saying that's
We
like
could
saying
do it, bro. We could take
that's
this
like
thing
saying
anywhere.
my parents are the best tennis players to ever play the game, and then
Are
I'm
they?
not gonna pick up the tennis racket. Like you gotta pick
I was
up the
thinking like
you gotta pick up the tennis racket.
Twist that one.
right here.
Yeah.
Here, we can do the after show. Let me fix this.
Are we pausing?
We pausing?